And welcome in everyone to Cuse TV. Brian Higgins, pleased to be joined again here by Floyd Little, who's going to have a big old statue of himself unveiled outside the Ensley Center Saturday. Floyd, we've talked about this before. This is a pretty cool thing to have for you, and be joined by Jim Brown and Ernie Davis in statue form this weekend.
I tell you what, I've lived long enough to see me with a statue. Most people aren't fortunate to be around to have a statue of him. But I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great weekend. I'm glad it's a public event rather than a private event. But to have a statue of you that's 9 foot tall, and it's just incredible.
We've seen it out there sort of covered up here for the last few months, just waiting for it to be unveiled. What do you think that moment's going to be like when that tarp comes off and we get to see all three of them out there?
Well, I was a part of it when they started, the origination of what it looks like or what it would be like, and I helped shape my face, and same with Jim. Jim's face wasn't too pretty, so I had to change that a little bit. But yeah, it's going to be unbelievable because my grandkids is going to be here. And the one that I want to wear the number 44 one day, he's 10, and he's going to be here to witness it. So when you pull the tarp off of a statue of you that's actually 12 feet, 9 on a 3 foot base, with a lot of history around it in terms of etched in stone, really etched in stone, about your career and your life, it's going to be an unbelievable experience. I'm looking forward to it.
How important is it to you that this is not a statue hidden away somewhere? It's going to be out there. It's going to be right next to the parking lot where people are going to be tailgating. They can see it before they go to games. That'll be out there for people to really take a part in going forward.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I saw it before they covered it up, and I got a little emotional because it started for me here, and it'll end here because when I leave, I won't be going anyplace else. But to have a statue of you on a campus where people can walk by going to and from the athletic center, or the Ensley Center, I should say, it's a remarkable experience that I've lived long enough to witness it.
Cliff Ensley made those generous donations for the building that has his name on it behind you. Jeff Rubin, who we work with, made some donations for the statue. A lot of people put their financial support behind it, I think, to make this whole thing come together, which is huge, I think, for the athletic department and the football program as well.
Well, Jeff witnessed a statue being done somewhere else, and he asked the sculptures, what would it be to do a 44 Plaza, that he and Jennifer wanted to put their name on it, and they're the originators of this. I mean, they wanted to see statues of me, Jim, and Ernie, and what would it take? So they came up, they went through a process, and he put up some of the money, and Bill Eggers, who was the guy who's Mel Eggers' son, who was a chancellor here, I ran into him in Boston doing a tournament, and he says, I'd like to do something with a statue for Jim Brown on campus. Could you help make that happen? Well, fortunately enough, there was things being done. And a guy like Chris Pellini would say, yeah, I want to be a part of that. And there's been so many other contributors and donors that say, I think that'd be a good idea to have a statue of the 344s with a spot for the fourth one, hopefully one day. So all that's good, and it's going to be a great opportunity for everybody to come witness it. I'm glad it's a public event, that people are invited to come, and hopefully Jim will make it back, and I think Bob Davis, Ernie Davis's cousin, was supposed to come to stand in for Ernie. But just think about that, Brian. I mean, you got to understand, you've been around sports for a long time, but to have a statue, an actual statue of you in perpetuity on the campus of the university that you attended, how great is that? That's a great experience.
Well, Floyd, congratulations. We love having you here in person. I think we'll love having you here for the rest of the time out there at the statue, so we look forward to it this weekend. And as Floyd said, it is a public event, 11:45. The unveiling begins this Saturday. Make a day of it. Syracuse and Clemson kick off inside the Carrier Dome at 3:30. For Floyd Little, Brian Higgins, thanks for stopping by, Cuse TV.